Well, hello everyone and welcome to my hobby home. My name is Cathy. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are doing a weekend review. Yes, it's that time again. Seems like the time goes by so fast now. I am going to start in, well, first I will state, I did not cross stitch at all this week. I did not diamond paint at all this week. I am still in house renovation, reorg, whatever we're going to call it. It's created chaos. It is a hot mess here. It is real. So let's just say that. So we're real around here, and I dare not turn you around to see the hot mess up in here. But we are going to get started with a finish. My finish that I had this week, you probably saw it a couple of days ago, is this is an open gate quilt, April, I believe, 2024. This is their large project. It is called Oh My Stars. It is a table topper. The line is Old Glory by Leela Boutique. See if I can get you a full picture of this. This is an absolutely beautiful, stunning table topper. Once I'm able to get my coffee table reclaimed, because it is in my living room, and yes, it is victim to a lot of reorg boxes right now. Yeah, I'm sorry, I just noticed that my mic is picking up a lot of glare there, but that's the very first finish that I have this week. It's actually the only finish I have. I don't think I've bound anything else. I think that's probably it. So we are going to start on things like blocks that we finish, things like that. And this past week we did complete clue number 4. I'm pulling it out of my little box here. Y'all know I keep all of my projects. For those that don't know, I keep all of my projects in boxes like this. I label them like Tree of Life. I have my little Tree of Life sticker there. You can get these boxes at, I think, Hobby Lobby. I got these from Walmart. I did notice the ones from Hobby Lobby are a little thinner plastic, and they do break a little bit easier, but they all do. Just saying, the ones I got at Walmart, they also, some of the ones I found had cracked backs and stuff, so you just have to make sure to check them out. But I am Team Woodland. That's the colorway. See if you can see that really well. That is the colorway that I am using. And clue 4, I think we only made 8. Let me see here, Laura. No, we weren't clue 4. I'm sorry. We were clue 5. This was clue 5. So I grabbed the wrong one. And I'm sitting here telling you about, you have to really look at the ones you get, because look at that. You just have to be careful, because a lot of them are like that. So clue 5, I made 8 of the same piece. So I only have to show you one, and you'll get the idea. I made 8 of them, or I can turn it this way. We made 8 of these strips. Isn't that beautiful? Those beautiful colors. So we are on clue 5 of 10. Wow. Time sure has gone by so fast. And we will be having the Wild West. This is cotton cuts. Now with cotton cuts, the fabric does come pre-cut. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get this back in the bag so I do not confuse anything at all in my box. But Cotton Cuts this is a monthly subscription. Well, you can do it monthly or you can pay it all up front. They are currently doing the sign-ups for the Wild West. I did see they have several colorways that are sold out. I don't know what the ability of them getting additional fabrics are, but if they are able to, they will open them up. But you can go check them out, see what they have available. You can pay all up front, and I think if you pay all up front, they mail all of you or ship all of your fabric at one time, and then your clues are emailed to you. And but you do have the option to pay them monthly. It's just then they ship your one clue at a time with your fabric and your clue in it's like a little it's a little stiffer than a paper sack. It's thicker than that, but it's a brown envelope thing. So you have the option to pay it monthly or all at one time. So let me get Cotton Cuts out of the way. And for new quilters, Cotton Cuts is the way to go. It eliminates picking out a pattern. All you have to do is pick out your colors that you really like, and they send you your clue on how to sew it. Everything is done at 1/4 of an inch. Real easy. Absolute best way to get a quilt. The next thing that I am doing, and I just noticed my pattern is not here with it, so one moment. Okay, the next thing that I am doing is the Country Blessings by Poppy Cotton. They provide the fabric to make this right here, this bottom one. Now, I was told that if I am very careful with cutting my fabric, that I do have enough to make this top one, you know, with the border around it, which I really would like that because that's a 78 by 94. That's a nice sized thing. So you've already seen me do the bunny rabbit. So this time we did the mushrooms. And if you've been following my channel, you've seen this. So this is a beautiful little block there. I love this. And I think I've even compared this to, it's right up there with Cotton Cuts. And the reason is because they give you all of your cutting instructions. Now, the fabric is not cut, but the pattern is so simple and easy to assemble that so far I've had no trouble at all with getting my pieces to come out the size they should be. And I am the queen of messing that up so easy. I really am. And this is from a local quilt shop, and their first clue come in a bag like this. So I have my background fabric is in here, and then my clue 1 fabrics was in here. Now, every other clue I get after that first month is in a little white bag. And I think when I got it, they had two more left that they could do, and I got one of the 2. So check and see, you know, check your local quilt shop, quilt guilds, to see if they're doing any type of sew along if you would like to. I'm loving this because that is a type of sampler, and I don't really do samplers. So this is a first for me to do a sampler. I've never done a sampler just because I like uniformity. I don't know. I'm weird like that, I guess. So the next thing, now these are things that you have seen me do last week. This one you might not have seen yet. Actually, I know you have not seen it yet because it's not scheduled to come out until Wednesday, I think. But this is a the sew along that I am going to be leading up in July. It is a tester block. I'm doing a tester block for them. Trying to get my little fabrics out of the way. Now with the sew along, the fabrics I will be using is the Starberry. This can be a slasher stash or a scrappy quilt, but the Starberry is what I am using. I have 2 charm packs, and I have yardage and a coordinating green, and I have a layer cake. But my test blocks, which I think once I'm done with test blocks, I'll just make a scrappy little palette quilt, you know. In my test blocks, I'm using some scraps. Most of these came from a scrap bag from Fat Quarter Shop. You know, these, I have several different, I have 4 colored fabrics here. You know, I'm trying to show you the colored fabrics. I have these 4 colored fabrics that I'm using. I do have a solid denim look fabric, which is this. And I'm using now these came from Sweet Daisy Quilt Shop. They had a white or low volume scrap bag, and I got these in those. So I'm using scrap bags to do my test blocks, and I may even use a scrap bag to do another quilt later on. But let me start with telling you, I'm opening my little blocks up here, so I will start by telling you the pattern that I tested. This is a Robert Kaufman. It's called Silverstone. Hold it up there so you can see it a little better. You will see that it is a 10 square friendly quilt. I'm trying to pick something that is fairly simple and easy that anybody can do. And this is what my sample block looks like. It was so easy to complete. Now, once I'm done testing these, like I said, I'm going to sew them together. I'm going to have to put strips here and there and yonder just to make it come out to be an even size. But I know I have 1, maybe 2 more blocks that I want to test. And once I get my Facebook group up and going, I may put this out in the Facebook group and maybe also put it in the community tab for people to vote on which one they like the best, and then we may choose that one. That may be a way to do it. So far I've only done 2 blocks. I figure I have a week and a half before the 1st of July. I will announce on the 1st of July which one we're using. And this sew along, you can very easily have this done in a month. But if you only want to sew 30 minutes an evening, that's fine. Do 1 block a day. That may be an hour. This last block that I did, it seriously, well, I already had everything cut out. The sewing and pressing only took me about 35 minutes. And the pattern, it tells you exactly how many squares you have to do, and you can just do them all at the same time, make it really quick. So that is another test block for our sew along. And I've received a lot of patterns for people to, you know, tell me, test this, test this. I am still trying to be intentional, even though I would like to do scrappy. This can be a scrappy, it could be a stash buster, whichever you want to do. So now, these are my, yes, I'm moving my boxes up. These are other things that I'm still working on, but just haven't had anything this month to do. And I will also put on here things that I haven't finished yet. Okay, so I am still doing the peaceful baskets. I'm waiting on my clue to come in for that one. Or my block of the month. I'm waiting for that to come in. Y'all, I love these fabrics. They are so beautiful. I think they're using Shoreline. I think that's what that's called. So beautiful. But this is still an active block on my table. And the next things, I'm going to move one out of the way because it's not even started. The next thing I have here is my pressed flowers. I still have not cut this fabric out, y'all. So I think what I'm going to be doing is, I think I am going to be cutting fabric out this week to finish up some things. I do know I'm a couple videos ahead for the week. So maybe that'll give me time to do this. So this will be my pressed flowers. I'm not using the colors or the fabrics that they call for here. Maybe the same color, but not the same fabric. I will be working on this. And I will also be working on my Brown Bag Mystery quilt. It's Brown Bag Mystery 2024. It's called Piece of Cake. I'm going to try to find, here it is. This is what well, I don't know how I got something sticky on it, but there's something sticky on it. This is what the finished quilt is going to look like. It's called Piece of Cake. Very beautiful there, very beautiful. So now all I have to do is assemble it. I have not cut all of my fabric out because I will tell you, I was bad when I've got my set of fabric and all in. They give you cutting instructions for your fabric. Not all of it, but some of it. And I didn't cut it. I only cut it as needed. Well, I should have gone on and cut it all, because in the assembly, it doesn't tell you what to cut on all of it. You're pretty much supposed to just be grabbing from what you've already cut, and I don't know what I need. So I still have not sat down and figured that out, and I'm sure I will be doing that pretty soon, because I want to get this one done, because this one I believe I'll be sending to my long armor to do that one, to sew that one. Now I do have a quilt. I still have my Craftsman that I still need to bind. I haven't even cut the fabric for the binding. And I'm looking over here trying to see what all I have going. My bobbin blooms, I have not sandwiched and quilted that yet. So that is still on here to be done. And then of course, my relaxing quilt. This is my scrap quilt. It's a string quilt. I am using all of the pieces that I did not use for my pressed flowers. And I have some jelly roll strips from where I made my granddaughter's quilt. I have some yardage that I purchased. I mean, I have lots of yardage. I have layer cakes. I have, well, I thought my layer cakes was back here on my shelf, but I don't see them. I don't know where they're at, but they're part of this. And I have yardage here. They're probably, you probably see this little gray basket right there. They're probably in that basket because that's where all my, my pieces are that go to this. And I will let you know, with all of the 4th of July things that I've been making, you know, I had, with this Old Glory line, that's Old Glory right there. That's a wall hanger. This is a table topper with Old Glory. I have quite a good bit of fabric left over, and I'm thinking about doing a string quilt for that too. So it will be beautiful because it'll be a red, white, and blue string quilt. And so far, I don't have a quilt for 4th of July. I don't have a quilt per se. Now, I am doing a lot of 4th of July stuff. And that brings me to my next thing. Now, I showed this, I believe, in the last one. This is an embroidery project, but you still have to sew it. I want to do this right here. It's a God Bless America, Land That I Love. That is beautiful. It has a disc in here, and this is something for my machine that my machine will do, but I just really have not embroidered on this machine enough to be comfortable with it. And I know I need to, because I mean, without real, let's face it, the machine that I have, it's an investment for me. Some people it may not be. For me, it's a big investment. And I need to be getting the most out of this machine as I possibly can. This machine should last me until my last breath. It should. And I hope that's not real soon. So, just saying that. I'm really hoping that I can learn how to do all the embroidery stuff, because I want to do that so bad. I have not picked out the fabrics yet for it. I know I really have not looked at it. And the reason I haven't is because I have all of these other quilts that I need to finish. I really want to finish. But this is supposed to be a project that's real quick. So I'm torn. Are y'all ever like that? Are you ever torn? I'm torn. Do I cut this part out so I can go in and finish this quilt? Or do I start something new that's supposed to be a really quick project that I can do in a weekend? So yeah, that I'm torn. I'm very torn. So, but now let me give you a little bit about channel updates. I am probably going to start doing on Mondays. I will always have my update for you guys, letting you know, hey, what I'm doing, what I've done, what I'm looking to do. I will always have that for you. I am probably going to start doing an every other day quilt video, sewing, quilting video, and then maybe an every other day like shopping haul. I did a thrift haul, y'all, over the weekend. I have not recorded it yet. I did have to thrift something else. I did thrift something on eBay. I'm so excited to show y'all. Literally, it is sitting in my living room right now in the box. I have not even cut it open. I want to see it so bad. It's kind of a kitchen thing. Y'all know how I love my kitchen. I love my garden. I love my sewing room. The rest is okay. But I love kitchen things. I love vintage things. I love glassware. One day I may have to show y'all my glassware. I think I've in an old video, probably before Thanksgiving of last year. And I call that old because I have not even been on YouTube a year. But I think I showed y'all my vintage glass that I drove 4 hours to pick up. Yeah, I like it that much. I saw it on Facebook Marketplace and I drove 4 hours to get it. I was really excited about getting it. But I love the green glassware, the vintage. I went so far as to get rid of my Corelle. I had a full set of Corelle plates, saucers, bowls, serving bowls, coffee cups. I had a full set of it. A really big full set. Serving platter, I got rid of the whole thing because I love these plates so much that, and they, not even what I really, they were not the plates or the, what is that called? The design that I was looking for. But when I found the set, it was such a big set. I use it all the time. All the time. It's beautiful. It's green sandwich glass. So I love green glass. I love blue carnival glass. So yeah, I'll have to show y'all one day. I'll have to do a revisit of that. But just know that I have a thrifting haul that has vintage in mind. And I'm so excited. And I even, the lady that I got some of the stuff from, she has a thrift store in Rayville, Louisiana. Her name is Shonda. Her shop is called Easy Pickings. And she has so much stuff in there. She was actually in the process of, and I'm not going to call it reorganizing. She was moving things around. She was reorganizing her store. And they also, in the back is a warehouse. And I think twice a month maybe, or once a month maybe, they have like a flea market thing where people have booths in the warehouse. And it's packed. So I'm going to have to go and look one day. When I have a lot of time, I'm going to have to go and look. But this past week, let me show you what I've done this past week. I don't want you to see everything I've had to do, but this is how I've done my days. I'm going to hold it back far enough where you can't see what I did. This is how I've done my days. These are hours. And that is, and I've even added to the top. Now, this is my weekend. Let me see. I'm going to kind of show you what my weekend has been broken down to. Now, I work off from work on Thursday, and then I'm off until Monday morning. So this was my Thursday. I work all this time. When I got off, I'm scheduled all the way down to 9 o'clock. This is my Friday. See all the highlighted stuff? That's things I actually got done. Saturday. And all these lines you see, that's arrows because I allotted that amount of time for that first that task. Saturday. I think that's Saturday. And today is just Sunday. Today is a day I take for rest and family. So, and it's the evening time. I mean, it's late evening time. It's not quite dusk yet, but it's late evening time. So I have scheduled for this past week, that's kind of what I've done. These are just the sheets I have. I ran out of spots in my book, and I already threw it away. I don't keep them once I end the book. I don't keep it. My calendar book. I have another one on the way, but I had to print these out so I could keep myself organized, y'all. And yes, I know that's a little ADHD. I've heard that before, but I don't know if that's really what it is. I can't get things done unless I have it wrote down, because I'll forget. I will squirrel in a second. I love shiny things, and they get me. And especially if my sister calls, hey, let's go eat, let's go shopping. Yes, that's a big shiny thing for me. So, but guys, this is my update. I am so excited you came along for the unveiling of all the chaos going on in my craft room. But I'm getting a lot done. It may not look like it right now. And as I said, my plan is to do a sewing video every other day. And then the alternating days, maybe a cooking video, maybe a shopping haul, maybe a thrift haul. Who knows? But I'm thinking if I do an every other day, and I've been saying this for a while that I needed to kind of scale back. I never have because I love it so much. And if I scale back too much, I will have videos out for the next year within a month. And that's why I try to give you guys one every day. So I may have to just kind of stretch them out a little bit, but the main idea is to give you one every other day for sewing and quilting. And that way I can get bigger projects, you know, without having a series of 5 videos. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you have not yet subscribed, please do. I have lots of quilting and sewing things going on. I do unboxings. I have my cooking on my other channel. It's My Hobby Home Eat to Live. If you're interested in cooking videos, I do Instant Pot. I do a Ninja Grill. I do crock pot videos, and I do try to stay low sugar, ketovore, carnivore recipes. So thank you so much for viewing, and leave a comment. Tell me what you think. I do try to respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a very blessed day. Goodbye.